I don't know how many more times we're going to be doing this. You know, I don't know how many times we're going to be doing this when I come in here and I record my one video a week talking about how I'm not mad that the Rams lost again. And the one week that I actually didn't record is the week that I was traveling. Maybe I should travel more. Maybe I should. We were the better team yesterday. We were the better team yesterday. But it's the same thing that happened. It seems to be a recurring theme, you know. Like, I'm not mad because I know deep down that we are a much, much better team than what our record indicates. And I know that it could have been easily 4-1 and not 1-4, you know. The Cardinals game, that one got out of hand too fast, too quickly. Like, it was a disaster. It was a disaster from the very beginning, right? That one is fine. I'm okay with losing that one. That one is fine. But the Lions game playing at Ford Field, we come back. We were down. We come back. We take the lead. And then, we ended up going into overtime. And then we lose because our defense is gassed in overtime. A young rookie defense, mostly rookie defense. The Niners game, we won. That was just a testament of resiliency. And in the Bears game, that was a trap game. That game we should have won easily. And the Packers game, we were a much better team than the Packers were, but they ended up winning the game because that's what good teams do. We're not that good yet. Same recurring themes going on here. We can't stop the run. When it matters most, we can't seem to know how to stop the freaking run. We don't know how to stop the run. You get rid of your best inside linebacker, you ship him off to Tennessee because of what? Contract dispute? You can't just be like, hey, this is a pivotal year for us. You have a young defense. Let's talk about this contract after the season, or let's start talking about, I don't know what went down that you ship your leader on defense, Ernest Jones, to the Tennessee Titans the week before you start your season. I don't. There's got to be a good reason for it. Because Troy Reader and the other schmuck that we have is not going to get the job done. They're not going to get the job done. Our front seven, with the exception of our inside linebackers, are doing a hell of a job. And again, we have a lot of missed tackles. There's a lot of missed tackles. There was a lot of tackle for losses that were supposed to be made yesterday and they were not made because we can't tackle. Jared Verse came on during the week, this week, and he talked about how he worked with his coach on improving technique and looking back at the film and seeing the things that he got to tweak. Listen, I'm patient. I used to use AOL for internet. I know what patience is. That's fine with me. That's fine. We'll wait. We'll wait for the development. That's fine. Because you're a rookie. But the rest of the defense, Kobe Turner gets a couple sacks. Did a good job yesterday. I mean, the Packers were losing their top two receivers. Well, Jalen Reed is their top receiver, I think. And I mean, looking at all the numbers and how they were trying to use him all throughout the day yesterday. Romeo Doubs was out. Suspension. Detriment behavior to the team. Out for one game. What's the other guy's name? Christian something. I'm just drawing a blank right now. He's out. Number 9. He's out. Injury. Their top two out of 3 receivers are out. They're playing with their, maybe a number 1 receiver. Their tight end decides to show up yesterday. Josh Jacobs, not a big game, but a big game enough for them to win. Getting the first down when it matters most. We were able to move the ball. That is the frustrating part, is that we were able to move the ball. We were able to throw the football. We were able to pass the football, but it's the same recurring theme. We don't know how to stop the run. And until we know how to stop the run, offenses of other teams are going to realize that they're going to guess us out. We are going to be good in the beginning, somewhat decent. And then as the game wears down our defense, they're going to just keep running the football down our throat. We can't stop it. That's literally what happened against the Lions, and I'm just still pissed about it. Running the football 9 out of 10 plays right down our throat. We can't stop them. They win the game in overtime. That's what happens every week. And teams are going to start realizing that we can't stop the run. Our inside linebackers cannot stop the run. They're not. Rosenboom and Troy Reeder are not good linebackers. They are backups. They are backups of backups. They are not starting caliber inside linebackers. And the other thing, same thing that happened at the Bears last week happened this week. What happened last week? Started the third quarter. We're moving the football really well. And then we have a turnover. That turnover was, I think it was an interception by Matthew Stafford. The Bears get the football back inside of our 20, inside of our red zone. They score a touchdown right away. What was it, 1 or 2 plays, and they score a touchdown. They go up. Now we're playing from behind. Same thing happened this week. We're moving the football beginning of the third quarter. We received the football again in the third quarter. We were up 13-10. We have the ball in the second half. We start the second half. What happens? Was a fumble? We lose the football. We lose the momentum. Green Bay scores right away. It's the same thing that happened last week. Same exact thing that happened last week happened this week. We lose the momentum. The other team scores, and now we're playing behind again. And the moment that we start playing from behind, the moment that Sean McVay decides to abandon the run, and we start throwing the football. And our offensive line did a decent job. And we're going to go through the stats, and we'll look over the numbers, and we'll see how we did. But overall, we were the better team yesterday. But again, our defense can't stop the run. We can't stop the run. We will not win games. That's just how it works. And until we do, I'm not expecting much out of this defense at all. All right. So let's take a look here. We have, let's see. So total yards. Rams, 370. Green Bay, 323. Passing yards. Rams, 236. Packers, 197. Yards per play. Respectful, 5 yards per play. That's totally fine. 5 yards per play. Points scored. Obviously, we know the score. Fumbles lost. We lost 1. We got 1 interception. They got 1 interception. Sacks allowed. They allowed 2. We allowed 3. Third down efficiency, 50%. 50% third down efficiency. 50. Time of possession. We're up by 5 minutes. We're up by 5 minutes. So our defense was rested. What's the excuse? Penalties. We are not a heavily penalized team. Sean McVay does a really good job of getting the team to be very disciplined. We don't lose our cool. We don't have a lot of stupid penalties. Kyren goes over 100. 4.64. Blake Corum came on. 5 yards a carry. Pretty darn good. We should use him more. Why are we not using him more? Jordan Whittington. I told you guys last week. I told you. If you don't have him on your fantasy team, pick him up. The dude is a stud. He is a poor man version of Puka Nacua. He is bigger, stronger, not as fast. But the dude catches everything. 10 targets, 7 catches, almost 90 yards. Fantastic job. Tutu. Not bad. Almost 10 yards a reception. Kobe. Not bad. 13 targets for Kobe. I had him on my fantasy team, and I dropped him because he wasn't, And DeMarcus Robinson. I mean, everybody's going to be focused so much on DeMarcus that you end up having Tutu and Jordan just getting a bulk of it. I mean, I'm impatient because I know how good we can be, especially on offense. I mean, man, we are missing 4 starters on offense, and we're still putting up points. Not as much as we thought we were, but we're doing a decent job. Kyren, 1 fumble. Darius Williams came on, did a great job yesterday. Not a lot of bad plays. Akilo Witherspoon, not bad. See, like, the thing is, we have Tre'Davious White, Akilo Witherspoon, Darius Williams. The Packers were missing Christian and Romeo Dobbs. And their tight end was tearing us up. 2 touchdowns. 224 yards passing. Again, Tucker Kraft came out of nowhere. 4 receptions, 88 yards, 2 tutties. Jaden Reed, I mean, he had that 1 long pass, and then after that, we just shut him down. But Josh Jacobs, 21 yards. I don't know. We are a lot better than our record indicates. We are a lot better than our record indicates. And I think that we are so close to putting a bunch of games together. And maybe this year will be the same thing. I mean, I've been reading the comments, and everybody keeps saying, don't lose hope. Last year, we played the Packers. We were 3-6. Who knows? Maybe this year will be the same thing. We play the Packers again. We're 1-3. And then we just turn things around. But our defense just has to do a much better job. I mean, we have 3 good corners. I mean, Darius Williams is our number one, not number one, but he's our number 1 corner. He just came back from IR. Akilo Witherspoon, who was doing phenomenal last year, did a great job for us last year playing our number 1 corner. He's back in the fold. Tre'Davious White is already we have 3, on paper, really good cornerbacks. Our defense should be solid. Our big problem is our inside linebacker group. That's it. We can't stop the run. They get the yards when it matters most, and we can't stop the run. And we don't have a lot of pressure. We don't generate a lot of pressure. Slowly, the defense, again, I'm gonna keep saying it for as long as I can. The defense is gelling. The defense is growing. There'll be growing pains. But we need to figure this out, because I'm going to be damned if I'm going to be doing these videos for the next, 11, 12 weeks, where I come on here and I'll say the same exact thing, is that our defense is young, our defense is gelling, our defense is growing. It was the number 1 and the number 2 youngest teams in the entire league yesterday. The Packers are number 1 the youngest team. We're number 2 right behind them, but the second youngest team. I'm expecting a lot of great things coming out of the Rams defense in the next coming weeks, but Shula, you got to dial up the pressure. We're doing good when you blitz. You got to blitz. You have to trust your cornerbacks. And again, I'm not a defensive coordinator, and don't come at me in the comment section and be like, well, why don't you just be a defensive? I'm not. I play Madden. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Maybe there's something that we don't know, but we need to get an inside linebacker. I don't know why we got rid of Ernest Jones. I don't know why. I don't. But what I can tell you is that our offensive line is doing a much better job. We're running the football. We're getting good yards per carry. Matthew Stafford is he had a couple of balls that he shouldn't have thrown. But again, that happens every week. It happens every week. And he needs to trust the offensive line more. I give a lot of credit to the Packers. We don't really have a home. our home stadium is not really home. Every time I watch the Rams play at SoFi Stadium, I see more of the opposition than I do with the Rams fans, and it's disappointing, But at the same time, give credit where credit is due. Good job to the Packers. They showed up, they showed out, they won the game. Especially after Jordan Love throwing a pick six, they came back from that, they battled, and they still won the game. Big shout out to them. My hat is off to them. But again, we just have to do a much better job, on defense. We have to limit the big plays. We have to be able to trust our corners and dial up some pressure. We have to look into an inside linebacker. I mean, do we have anybody in the practice squad that's better than Troy Reader? Seriously. I mean, the dude sucks. But, I mean, again, you can tell that we are missing AD. I miss AD. I think he was the heart and soul of our defense. But can't really ask too much out of him. He's done everything he's done. And, we won the game and we won the Super Bowl. And he's off in the sunset. But anyway, I don't know. Who are we playing next week? Every time I keep forgetting who are we playing next week. Let's see here. Let's see. Where's the schedule? Let's go to the schedule here real quick. All right, we have a bye week, and then we play the Raiders. I mean, we're playing 2 games at home before we head out to Seattle, which will be a good game. But Minnesota, I don't know. But the Raiders, we should at least do something. We should. They're playing really good right now. So, anyway, we'll see how that goes. I don't know. I'm having faith. I'm not losing hope on the season. Obviously, I'm very disappointed, as a lot of Rams fans are. But again, I still love my Rams. We won a Super Bowl a couple years ago. Still happy with it. Still proud of it. Our team is young. Our team is growing. And I'm, hopefully once we get healthy soon enough. I mean, the bye week could not come here any sooner, literally. So, bye week is this week. Hopefully the Rams get healthier. We get Puka back. We get Kupp back. I think that those two are going to be just huge, huge season savers. I mean, they will come in and they will. Hopefully we can turn the ship around before it's too late. But anyway, if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already, subscribe. We're at 10 subscribers right now, and very thankful to every single one of you. Really appreciate that. We got a lot of views on a bunch of videos that I put up, so I guess you guys are enjoying the videos. But again, hopefully the Rams do a good job this upcoming week and after the bye, and we get healthy and we play the Raiders and actually win the game for once. So, again, not losing hope. Not losing hope. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, tons of love. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.